Parents, when did a teacher's tough love cross the line? My 6-year-old son Mateo was the sweetest kid you could imagine. So when I got a call from Riverside Elementary saying Mateo had been written up for defiance and bathroom abuse, I thought they had the wrong kid. Bathroom abuse? What the hell did that even mean? The secretary on the phone sounded tired and annoyed. Mr. Valdez needs to come in tomorrow morning to discuss Mateo's behavioral issues with Mr. Hale. I asked what exactly happened, and she just kept saying bathroom abuse, like that explained anything. When I picked up Mateo that afternoon, he was quiet in the car. Usually he'd be chattering non-stop about his day. Hey buddy, what happened at school today? I asked gently. His little face crumpled. I had an accident, Daddy, in front of everyone. My heart sank. Mateo had been potty trained since he was 3 and never had accidents. What do you mean? I asked Mr. Hale 3 times if I could go potty. He said no. He said I needed to build bladder control and that big boys don't go to the bathroom during instruction time. I felt my blood pressure rising. What happened then? I tried to hold it, Daddy. I really tried, but it hurt so bad and I couldn't anymore. And then he started crying. I peed my pants and everyone laughed. Tommy said I was a baby. Mr. Hale made me clean it up with paper towels from the janitor's closet. I was seeing red. My sweet, innocent kid had been humiliated because some teacher decided bathroom breaks weren't important during his precious instruction time. The next morning, I stormed into that school like a man on a mission. I brought the Ziploc bag with Mateo's soaked pants and underwear that I'd saved from the day before. Mr. Hale was a thin, stern-looking guy in his 50s who clearly thought he was running a military academy instead of a first-grade classroom. He sat across from me and the principal, Mrs. Chen, with his arms crossed. Mr. Valdez, Mateo needs to learn accountability, he said in this condescending tone. Children his age often use bathroom requests to avoid instruction. I have a strict policy about building independence and self-control. I slammed the Ziploc bag on the table. The wet pants made a gross squelching sound. Is this what you call accountability? I asked, humiliating a 6-year-old in front of his classmates. Mr. Hale barely glanced at the bag. He should have gone during the designated bathroom time. He's 6 years old. When a kid says they need to pee, you let them pee. Mrs. Chen tried to mediate. Our teachers do use structured bathroom breaks to maximize learning time. No, I interrupted. You don't get to decide when my kid's bladder is allowed to function. What if he'd had diarrhea? What if he threw up on himself? Would that also be a lesson in accountability? Mr. Hale's face was getting red. In my 20 years of teaching, I found that children respond well to clear boundaries and expectations. Your boundaries caused my son to piss himself in front of his entire class. He came home crying, asking if he was bad. A 6-year-old thinks he's bad because you wouldn't let him use the bathroom. I turned to Mrs. Chen. I want this teacher's policy reviewed, and I want an apology to my son. Mr. Hale scoffed. I'm not apologizing for maintaining classroom discipline. Then you're going to have a problem, I said, because I'm not letting this slide. I filed a formal complaint with the district that afternoon. I also posted about the incident in our local parent Facebook group, being careful not to name the teacher but describing the situation. Within hours, other parents started commenting with similar stories about Mr. Hale. One mom said her daughter had wet herself in his class and was made to sit in her soaked clothes for the rest of the day. Another said her son had begged to use the bathroom during a math lesson and was told to hold it like a man. The district launched an investigation. Turns out Mr. Hale had multiple complaints over the years that had been quietly swept under the rug. Parents who complained were told it was just his teaching style and that kids needed to adapt. 3 weeks later, Mr. Hale was suspended without pay pending further review. The school quietly implemented a new policy requiring teachers to allow bathroom breaks upon request for any student under 3rd grade.